Trade between the United States and Mexico has generally been a sweet affair, valued at more than $500 billion annually, but a dispute over sugar is threatening that relationship. Franc Contreras has more from the central Mexican state of Puebla.
Sergio Flores labors long hours under the hot sun, cutting down and harvesting sugarcane by hand. His low-wage labor is key for Mexico as it struggles to control the cost of producing sugar. Mexican sugar producers are in the middle of a trade dispute with the United States. U.S. producers argue that their Mexican counterparts are selling sugar in the U.S. for 30 to 64% below production cost in order to gain market share. The U.S. International Trade Commission recently found in a preliminary investigation that there is evidence that Mexican producers are dumping large amounts of Mexican sugar in the U.S. at less than fair value. The U.S. is now looking into the possibility of penalties on imported Mexican goods. Mexican government officials say that could threaten bilateral trade between these NAFTA neighbors, valued at more than $500 billion a year.
We here in Mexico can argue that there is a free trade agreement between Mexico and the United States. Surplus sugar from Mexico is allowed to enter the U.S., and surplus sugar from the U.S. can enter Mexico.
Sugar is a sore spot between these nations because Mexico is by far the top sugar supplier to the United States. Mexico's sugar production is indeed massive. In 2013, this country exported $1.1 billion worth of sugar to the United States, more than all other nations combined. Mexican sugar industry officials are calling on both sides to reach an agreement as soon as possible so that Mexican sugar can continue to flow northbound. They want to make certain this trade dispute does not spread. Meantime, Mexican sugar producers are struggling to become more efficient at a time when prices are dropping.
We have proceeded very carefully and seek opportunities to improve in such a way that we can achieve lower production costs in this era when sugar prices are plummeting.
For Mexican producers, this debate is about their right to fully compete in a free trade environment with a more powerful nation to the north, which is all at once their biggest competitor and their biggest trade partner. Franc Contreras, CCTV, in the sugarcane fields near Chietla, Mexico.